Hello, good evening.
Hi.
Everybody. We've got Kristel here and everybody's starting to hop on in. So we will give everybody a minute to get in.
So excited to see everyone hopping on.
Oh my gosh, I know this is always my favorite part. I love seeing everybody hop on. Love having Kristel here with us.
Catching up on baby time, and my kids are not babies anymore.
Oh my gosh. We were just talking about, I was like, we're crossing our fingers Collins doesn't wake up. We were talking about how fast it goes. Hey, Tammy.
Hi, Tam.
Okay.
Fearless leader you are.
Coming in. I know, she's the best. All right. And guys, don't forget that chat is there for questions throughout. Hey, Nancy from Nebraska. We were also just talking about time change. It's like got me wondering what time it is for everybody.
I know, I just got done doing dinner and dishes, and I'm like, you guys are like in your jammies. I'm like, honey, you got to hurry up and eat. I got to do my dishes and get them put away.
You got stuff to do. Hey, Patty.
Hey, Jill.
So
good to see you guys.
Fun. Okay. People are still hopping on. Hi. Oh, Noelle. Mama, there's Dana. Okay. Greetings from Myrtle Beach. All right. We'll go ahead and get started while everybody's kind of trickling on. I am so happy to be back for another session. Love seeing you guys on Wednesday nights. I always look forward to it. You're still crushing it with sponsoring, obviously. We are 2 away from our third 10. So not there quite yet, but we're only 2 away. So we've got it.
Pumping away today. I was like, I'm going to get those in.
You're like gonna do it.
Hard.
Oh my gosh. Well, I mean, clearly you're working hard. You've already got 3 throughout this promotion. So that kind of brings us to our introduction for our guest tonight. So she was recognized as top 12 sponsor at Empower. She has sponsored 3 new consultants during this promotion. Executive Manager, Kristel Martin. Woo! I am so happy you're here with us, and we'll kind of just go through my spiel of questions to get an idea of how you're doing, what you're doing, and then we'll keep an eye on that chat too, see if we have any questions come in.
Awesome.
But you are sponsoring consistently since the beginning of August. So I really want to know, what is feeding that consistency? So I know obviously the promotion helps, but what's feeding that consistency really in your sponsoring?
Really, those who know me, I am not afraid to talk. I pretty much talk to everybody. Nobody is a stranger to me. I love to start up a conversation. Those of you people that know me know that I'm pretty well averse to, if you're in Walgreens, if you are in a store and you look kind of confused in a makeup aisle, I will come up to you and I will talk to you.
You're gonna help you out. I
will help you out. You know, a girl's got to help a girl out, and men too. So, and I think that's really the key is, don't be shy. Talk to everybody. Everybody has skin. And I think that's really where I've based my business on for all the years that I've been in it. Is just really being a product of your product and not being shy about who you're talking to, and really love and have a passion for that and make it fun. I was in a corporate world when I'm a weirdo. I love math. So when I was very young, even though that when I started out very young, I loved playing with dolls. I did their makeup. But years ago, nobody really thought that was a field that you could go into and make a profession of it and make it a career. So next thing, I loved math. So I became an accountant. And I went into the corporate world, and I remember being in that box of a square box, and I'm not a square. I love people. Don't put me in an office, put me out front to talk to everybody. And so that's what I did. I talked to everybody and then when I got out of the corporate world and I wanted to get out, I needed to have something to have fun. And I was in the corporate world when I did this profession. And so I wanted to make sure it was fun. People that were in the corporate world had fun. They could talk to me. And that's what I always did. And I talk to everybody and I share it everywhere I go. I have a product with me everywhere. I carry every lip color because that's who I am. I have to have every lip color. So I'm ready to share it and show, and I have wands. And I think that's really what it is be a product of your product. And that's how I recruit consistently.
Absolutely. That's amazing. And going along with that open-minded and being a product of your product mindset to share that consistency is great. So why is this timing right for you to sponsor right now? What makes this time the right time?
I think it really was just getting out and making that change and saying, you know what, we are a new company, but we are the best company around. And I think education is key.
Yeah.
I never ever quit learning. You always have to be a student. And I think when we started this business 3 years ago now, we're like, micro what? We didn't know what it was, and we were learning. We continue to keep learning, and we are learning continually. And I think that now we're so comfortable and we know what our products are. And I think we took the time to educate ourselves and become that student and never quit being a student. But I think we're more confident. And now that we have more stuff to share, and I think that makes it easier. And I think coming off of a promotion and having more items to share, you can be a TLC, you can be a consultant. And if you're a TLC, there's such a wide variety of things that you can choose from, and you can switch it up all the time. And that's a couple of my new recruits were TLCs, and they just like, well, I've already been a TLC for a few months, I want to bump it up. And then they also did an order with it too, so that just even made it better because they knew they could get more stuff.
I love it. Okay. So that was going to be my next question. You've sponsored 3 throughout this promotion. How did that conversation kind of come up authentically? You said a couple of them were TLCs. Was it you who brought it up? Did they bring it up? How did that work?
I called them and I'm like, you know what, you're getting ready. 2 of them their orders were going to be coming in September. Okay. And I'm like, you know what, we have an opportunity for the our beauty with the whole makeup set, and they had already wanted to get together and do a mimosas and makeover, actually. Sorry.
Love it.
And so I said, hey, and do that. I love theme parties. I said, well, while we're doing that, you might want to consider your TLC order is going to drop in the next couple of weeks. If we're going to do a mimosas and makeover and you're getting ready to go to a conference, because they're actually in other businesses. They have, one of them does Plunder. It's a jewelry company. And I said, you want to go to your conference, which is actually leaving this week. She actually is got her order just a couple of days ago, and now she has all of her product to wear, and she wanted to get the makeup set and help another organization out. I'm a big advocate for that. You know what, you need to be part of your community and help others out. So she wanted to help the organization out, get a makeup set, and she knew her TLC was going to drop. So she upgraded, got all of her stuff, and she's ready to go to her conference.
That is perfect. Okay. So you kind of use it as, hey, you've got this order coming up. You're looking to get one of these sets. Like, you might as well kind of just take the leap. That's perfect. And then were your other 2 sponsors, were they TLCs as well?
One was, but another one, I sent her a sample set, and she had tried it, and she had used it, fell in love with it, used it for the couple days. She was gone for a couple days, and she came back, and I followed up with her, and she's like, yeah, I want everything. So I'm like, let's go.
Amazing. Oh my goodness. So
yeah, these sample sets, they're like the best thing ever in the world. We need to utilize those like crazy.
Seriously, I know we got those 2 with Empower. If you're on here, make sure you use the 2 you got for your registration with Empower. If you haven't, make sure you do that. I think last week, like, I did something on my Instagram, asked if anyone wanted it. I sent out like 10, and I actually, fingers crossed, have one that I think is also going to be enrolling. So we'll please cross our fingers for that one. But I love that following up and making sure that you're following up with your TLC customers too, right? Because you want to give them the opportunity to take up the opportunity. So
I think it's easier when they're already in it. I mean, customers we can get, I can go to Walgreens and steal that customer from the Walgreens, because we're going to service them. Walgreens doesn't, or CVS or whoever, Walmart, they're not going to service them. And even Lancome. I have tons of customers that were at Lancome and all the other stores. They don't take care of them. I was a clinic shopper for years, way back. And, before I started this business, they never remembered what color foundation I wore from month to month. We take care of our customers. Those other businesses don't. So a customer is a lot easier to get and to than a TLC, because you built that relationship, you can convert them to a TLC. So that TLC, they've been using it for a while. You can move them and service them to that consultant status. It's a great opportunity for them, whether they're going to use it as an opportunity to save them and their family money or make money. Who doesn't want to make extra money right now?
Absolutely. No, I think that's a great point. You don't really think about the fact that we offer a service that a lot of places don't, where you usually go get your makeup and skincare and all that. We really are a resource for them, and making sure that they know we have that opportunity for them, or they have that opportunity, is super important. So
yeah, we're educating them. We can educate them. I mean, go to Ulta or any of these other companies are like, oh yeah, it's over there, on aisle 12.
exactly.
Okay, well, thanks. What color do I need? Well, we can help them with that. We're a lot better to take care of them.
That's perfect. And my next question was going to be, why do you think the new consultants are saying yes now more than ever? But I mean, you've given a couple of great reasons now there. I mean, first of all, the new consultant kit is absolutely amazing. It's a perfect conversation starter. But then also you're offering that service for them, right? They're helping them as customers, and then they can be that for their customers. Do you think there's any other reason why now consultants are saying yes? Or do you think it's more just that now we're kind of asking with this promotion?
I think asking, and I think the sisterhood too. I think through our topsy-turvy world we've been in the last 18 months, and not having that bond that, it was separated. Well, I'm a hugger. I'm like, you took the huggers out of us. I mean, I was like, oh, what do you mean I can't hug you? And, so people need that sisterhood back. And even if, people want to be in person, and if they can't, I've been doing before the big 19, we call it around here. I've done Zooms forever. We have our weekly team one and national team one. But I did Zooms forever. And I do FaceTime facials. We do a lot of that stuff, but people still need that sisterhood. They need that bonding time. And I think through this last topsy-turvy world that we've been in for the last 18 months, they need it more so. Because we've had such a separation in our, not only a country, but our world. They need to have that bond that they can come back to, that they can talk to somebody, that they want that sisterhood back.
I totally
agree. And the fun. I mean, people have not been able to go out and have dinner a whole lot. I mean, and they wanted like, hey, if I can get on the phone and have some fun and I can laugh with you, I can have a party online and have, drinks, alcohol or not, it doesn't matter. Grab a bottle of water, it's still fun and laughing.
Yeah, absolutely. Kind of giving them that opportunity to do something, have that connection with the people, and then also enjoy makeup and skincare that actually works in the process. I think that's perfect. So,
yep. Because there's a lot of stress, and you're taking that stress out. You're like, whoa, them lines are going away.
Yes. Okay. So with these new consultants that you've sponsored, what does your onboarding process for them look like? So are they going to have some kind of launch? How are you helping them now that they're enrolled?
I meet with all of them. So I've already met with all of them. One of them is like a family member to me. Her daughter started using the skincare. And I mean, already they've been friends of mine forever. Met with them. One of them owns a business downtown that I met with her. Actually was with her again today, explaining everything. So I meet and have, I'm really good at, we instantly, if I don't already know them from a TLC or just a customer standpoint, they become family to me. So just how you talk with family, you need to have that open communication. So I get their love language. Do they like text message? Do they like email? Do they like phone? So I really want to know what that message is, how they want to have communication. Because if they don't want a phone call from me, I don't want to call and bug them. I'll text them. Some people like texting better. So I make sure what that language is with them. And then, if they wanted to, some of them like, I just want to, do a interaction via a party online or get together. I have a fun one that I do about every other month. I do a combined party. I have a girl that has a traveling wine company that she does. It's called Scout and Cellar. It's an amazing company. And then I have a jewelry girl and then myself. So we usually do a party every other month, and they can bring people to that and do a combined party with me.
That is so fun. Oh my goodness. Okay. And that kind of takes some pressure off too, like you being there, able to help them start running it, but also those other two companies or women that are doing it with you that you mentioned, it kind of takes some of the pressure off, like it being this is my launch, the very first thing that I'm doing. So I love that. So all of them are going to join you for that. Is that what you said?
Yeah, they can do it. They can do it that month, or they can choose to do one on their own, and I will come do it for them.
That is awesome. So you'll either way, even if they choose to do their own, you'll be there helping them through that whole entire thing.
Right. And that's how I originally launched also the FaceTime facial that through prior to this. A lot of times people don't want to Zoom. They're too intimidated by Zoom, or they just, everybody has a phone, so you can do FaceTime. So that's how the FaceTime facial actually started. I would do just a one-on-one, get in my, I would do the facial with them right on the FaceTime with them, and I would do a facial with them right at the sink with them.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
That's perfect. So who is next?
Who I have 3 that I have that are on ready to go.
Really? Oh my gosh. Okay. So where are these people that you know personally? Are they TLCs? How are you finding?
No, they are not even they're not even customers. They're brand new people.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. So are they just people from?
I've known they're friends of good friends of mine.
Okay, awesome.
And they've just had life changes and they want something to do. Their job is extremely stressful and they want something fun to do, something that's enjoyable, that they want some other girlfriend time.
That's amazing. And you've got that to offer them. Oh my goodness, 3 more lined up. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So as our campaign continues, what piece of jewelry do you have your eye on?
Well, I already have a couple pieces. I'm going for the guy. I want everything.
Everything, all the things. I love it. And clearly, I mean, you've got 3 more lined up, obviously. Okay.
Yeah, so no, I want it all.
I'm not shy about how you're going to like onboard your new consultants. But when they are at a place where they are ready to sponsor their first new consultant, what advice would you give them?
So 2 of my girls already have somebody in mind. My first girl actually has samples that she's sending and meeting with one of her girls because she loves the product. So she's already setting up a meeting to go and meet with her best friend. So hopefully she should have a new sponsor by the end of the month as well. So she loves everything. And she's just like, I love everything. I'm in the business, so I know what to do. So I just she needs to be using the skincare. So I'm going to sponsor her. I'm like,
love that. Yeah, go for it. Go. Okay. So what about someone who might be a little bit more reserved? They haven't sponsored, maybe they're new to trying the product. What would be the advice that you would give them just to kind of get out there and do it? What would you tell them?
I think the thing that they need to do is, this is something that I heard years ago is your mouth is a store, always keep it open. So pick one product. You know what? They've got an amazing kit. The new opportunity kit is fabulous. Yeah. So if it's just the cleanser, if it's just the tonic, whatever your favorite product is in there, pick one and just share one comment about it every day to 3 people. And that will sell and that will grow your business. When I first started this business, we didn't have, a lot of the phones, and we just started. Yeah. So what I did, I had an old fashioned Rolodex, and I took the Rolodex and I shared with 3 people every day, and those cards would flip every day and they would go to the back. And that's how I built. And I just shared with 3 people a day.
I love that. And it's so manageable. It's so doable, even for someone who's a little bit more reserved, to just pick out one product, think of 3 people, share it every single day. And nothing might come of it, but making sure that you're sharing and going through that Rolodex. I think that's perfect. That's a great example for how
Tammy brought up, we're starting to do this 5 a day. And that's not hard to increase it, because just 5, it is literally 5 minutes. I mean, you look at it, 5 minutes to do this, 5 minutes, 5 minutes more. And it's not intimidating. So I actually, years I did 3. I mean, we always just thought of everything in 3. And I'm like, oh gosh, 5 minutes. I mean, I can do anything for 5 minutes. I can do anything for 5. I can sell 5 more lip colors. I carry 12 in my purse. So why can't I do 5?
Absolutely.
Color in every lip gloss nowadays. So, I don't want to, that's really intimidating for somebody else,
Yeah.
but 3 to 5, it's super easy.
Absolutely. It's doable. And I love that thinking in fives, not just with, product, but also with people, just 5 more, write down 5 more names and make sure you're reaching out to them and sharing. And I love what Tammy said about starting with the opportunity too. You know what I mean? You have something amazing to offer. And like you said, you're a product of your product. So I think that's so important to remember too.
Exactly.
I love that. Is there anything else that you would share with someone who's sponsoring for the first time, or that you just want to share with us about how you've sponsored in this campaign?
I think, one big thing I think you need to do is cheer everybody else on. No matter where you're at, you need to be a cheerleader. Because I, my dad always told me to, what, you can either wake up with happy pants or you can wake up with grumpy pants. And so I always choose happy. And so be a cheerleader for anybody else, because you don't know where they're at, where anybody's at in any time of their life. So if you're a cheerleader, it changes the aspect of where they're going in their path. And choose happy, choose and choose to cheer others on, because it really does change the dynamics of anything that you're around. And I love that. I love to help, and I think that as long as you're cheering and you're working with others, this job that we have right now, it's not a job. I mean, you can either call it, a job, or you can call it a job, but it's not a job. I learned a long time ago that if you had somebody that said, if you can do this if somebody told you to stay an extra hour every week,
Yep.
would you do this if you can make an extra $300? Why not? So this is not a job. This is something fun that we can do, and it's exciting to share. So cheer them on, do an extra 5, it's not an extra hour, and it's an extra 5 minutes. So just, cheer them on, and it's one thing. So it's an enjoyable thing to do. Share.
Absolutely share the product, share in general. And I love that happy pants, cheering each other on. That makes me so happy. And I know that, just in life in general, that's a good choice to make, but also as a leader, doing exactly what you're doing and sponsoring and cheering on your new consultants, right? And teaching them to do the exact same thing. So I love that. And I definitely can tell that you choose happy pants over grumpy pants. I love it. I am so enjoying talking to you.
I read constantly. I actually picked up another book. Re-picked up another book, because making that choice again to just start building my team again, start building my business back up, and just being, make August 1st was, or not August 1st, but July 1st was our new year of Trora. And so it's like, what, I want to go to a different level this year. So I chose to pick, I love a couple leaders that I love. I love John Maxwell. I love Simon Sinek. So I re-picked up an old workbook that I did years ago, was the 21 Laws of Irrefutable Laws of Leadership from John Maxwell. And I love that. I mean, it's actually a workbook that I did years ago, and I picked it back up, and it's just really good to educate yourself. And I said earlier about always be a student and just continue learning from everybody, not just, a book, but from your fellow consultants and leaders, and listen, because you know what, I'm not great at making, I don't take the time. I love doing it, but we have great people that are in our teams and in our world of Trora. They have great graphics. It's like, hey, you know what, you do great. Would you mind, helping me out with that one? You know what, they're always willing to help. So, just ask.
I love that. And, you said something about you kind of have to make the choice. You saw that it was a new year and you decided you wanted to take that initiative and build your team up. And I think so many times for someone who's sponsoring for the first time, you kind of just have to make that choice. Exactly what you're talking about. Shift that mindset. You've just got to kind of choose to be happy, choose to share, choose to do all the things. I love it.
Yep.
Kristel has been one of my, oh, that is so sweet. Kristel has been one of my biggest cheerleaders, always building me up when I was just an emotional puddle. Love you, Kristel. Thank you for always being there for me. Oh, so sweet. I love it. You can tell you got sisterhood. Her mindset is awesome about always learning. If you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room. I love it. I love it, Kathy. Oh my goodness. Kristel, thank you so much for being on here and taking the time to share with us whatever you're doing, exactly what you're doing, shifting mindsets and sharing the opportunity is clearly working. So appreciate you sharing with us. Make sure, guys, if you have any questions, drop them in the chat. Kristel's actually going to be back next week with us because I've gotten a lot of follow-up questions about kind of the takeaways for after each guest has come. And we kind of just want to do a panel, a forum, answer some questions that we have, follow-up questions, specific questions. So make sure you're writing those down and getting ready to ask those before everybody leaves. Make sure, I know I already posted on the consultant Facebook group, but we have that perfect, amazing one purchase, one donated opportunity to help women in need through September 15th with Project Beauty Share. Make sure to share that, guys. It's so amazing that we have that good cause to donate towards. And, you know, there are so many women who just, quite frankly, are looking to try new skincare. The fact that we can add that in is amazing. So make sure you're sharing that. Love the idea of a forum. Yay, Kathy. Kathy will be joining us too. So I can't wait. Great session with wonderful ideas. You're so encouraging for us. Awesome. Thank you again, Kristel. And we will see you again next week for some more questions.
Awesome. Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Bye.